The recording has started. Now, does any one of you want to volunteer, or should I be a little biased and pick up by my choice? I'll randomly pick up anyone. Is that okay? Shall I randomly pick up?
Sure.
ठीक है. You. And there's a reason why I'll start with you. I'll tell you that later. Last में बताऊंगी. Vivekanand, are you here? I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are audible to us.
Hi, Vivekanand. Are you here? Can you hear me? Okay, no problem. Harshal, can we start with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect, perfect. So, you know the rules, right? You'll be given 3 minutes to speak on one topic. I'll give you three different topics. Now, the intensity of all these topics vary. Like, one is slightly difficult, one is moderate, and one is simpler one. You choose whatever you want to, and I'll give you 3 minutes. When it strikes 2 minute, like 2.5 minutes, whenever it's 2.5 minutes, and you're left with 30 seconds, at that time, I'll just give you one clap. By one clap, that one clap would mean only 30 seconds are left, and then you have to wrap your entire lecturate up like very quickly and just come to a conclusion. Okay, and when your entire timing is over, then I'll just stop you in between only. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. So, Harshal, your topics are uh, climate change, Siachen conflicts, and yoga. Okay, these three are your topics. I'll repeat again: climate change, Siachen conflicts, yoga. You have 30 seconds
Okay.
to ponder upon the topic, whichever you want to pick up. Meanwhile, I'll give another topic to Lavjeet. Is it okay if I give you the second?
It is okay.
All right, all right. So your topics are child labor, Manipur crisis, and myself, like you yourself, anything you want to talk about yourself. Okay? Child labor, Manipur crisis, and myself. So how you start is you just tell me your topic and then I just say start and then you begin. Okay, Harshal, you still have time, so you may think on that.
Ma'am, just some time.
Yeah, yeah. Please take your time. Take your time.
Ma'am, what was the second point?
Siachen conflicts.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. I'm ready with the climate change topic.
Okay, then start.
So, first of all, I would like to introduce the climate change. What is it? Actually, climate change is the changes which are happening in the environment on the regular basis of time, you can say. It includes the various the seasons, summer, winter, and monsoon, and other also the some are you can say kind of artificial, like because of made of human, because global warming and all the stuff. These are also come in between the climate change. What leads to the change in climate very earlier is that human made activities, man made activities, which includes the CO2 emission, then this global warming and all this stuff happens because of this, which really affects all the area of the world, and in which particularly affects the environment very fastly. So at the first, what we can do to counter the earlier climate change is that we can slow down the emission of CO2, whichever process we can do it, but we have to make it as fast as soon, because right now it's still in our hand to save our nature. So as fast as we do it, it will be better for us. Secondly, we have to ensure that no more pollution will happen. For that, we have to use like we can take the precautionary measures for that, like for reducing the pollution we can use more and more public transport, or we can use the electrical vehicles, and we can use hydrogen fueled vehicles also, so that in that way we can reduce the pollution, so that our this environment is uh, conserved by it. And the third point is that we ourselves has to come ahead and spread the so-called the information to give the information to people about all these things happening, to encourage them to be the part of this process, and try whatever they can to reduce the climate change, so that we can protect each and everybody among us. And in this way I would like to conclude that climate change is the regular uh, process that just happens, but if it happens in the excess way, we have to conquer it by ourselves by doing the precautionary measures. Thank you so much.
Okay, Harshal, you pretty much stick to the time limit, so that's really great. Lavjeet, we'll come to you, but before that, Samarjeet, your topics for after you'll go after Lavjeet, okay? And your topics are moonlighting, terrorism, and online education.
Moonlighting, terrorism, and online education.
Yes, okay. Do you
Okay,
have
I
any
will.
doubts in any of the topic?
No, I will go for online education only.
ठीक है, your call, okay, whenever it comes to you, okay? So, Lavjeet, are you ready?
But I want to give. I
Yes,
want to
ready.
deliver my lecture in last.
ठीक है, चलो, your choice. Then, Naresh, can I give you your topics?
Sure.
Okay, so I had like specially designed this for you. Your topics are AI, Indian
All right.
economy, and dogs.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, Lavjeet, we come to you, and you may start.
Uh, Good evening to all, and my topic is myself. So I will cover this topic starting with my, introduction, then my past life, then my aims and goals, and my positive attributes, my negative, and at last, what I'm going to become and what are my dreams. So first start with myself, as all we know that all you know my name Lavjit, and my personality has evolved very relevant to my name, that is Lavjit. That I consider that anything can be win with love, and whatever I will do now, I hardly get angered on anybody. I always handle the situations with love, and that is my all motto of the life. And talk about my past life. I grown up in the military environment as my father was in the army, and I gone through various KV schools, and I got many friends on Instagram, whatever. We are all always connected, and I having the deep connection with all of my friends. And I completed plus two in 2016. Then I get enrolled in the BTech nearby college, and but my aim was to get into the NDA, but I don't know, my general knowledge was weak, whatever what it was, I was not able to clear the NDA. So I preferred to join the Indian Air Force, and then I have evolved there myself in all the concern whichever I was facing before. And the ultimate my aim is to become an officer in these armed forces. And now I will talk about my positive attribute. My the first attribute is that my calm nature. I always stay calm, whatever the situation it would be, and I never get angry. Hardly it may happen because it is human nature to get angry, but I always calm down. And the second is my cheerful nature, and whichever people and friends, even a new strangers will we meet, he will be very liked with my this cheerful nature, always smiling, and this always helps me to gain more and more friends and having always good connection with all. And when I come to, and I will also discuss about my hobbies. That is the first. hobbies is my to do meditation. I do meditation around 1 hour or 2 hour daily, and also I play sports, that is a hockey. And in my negative attributes, I will conclude with it that I have weak communication skills and less general knowledge. And further, I used to read newspaper and come try to do practice in front of mirror to enhance these skills and to get the overall development in further life. Thank you.
Okay, Lovejeet. That was a very nice one. And you also almost pretty much stick to the time limit. So, Naresh, we come to you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Before that,
So,
I'll
gentlemen,
give the
to
topics. I'll give the topics to the next one. Kesher, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Kesher. So I'll be giving you your topics, and your topics are role of media in shaping minds. Next topic is inflation, and your third topic is democracy. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want me to repeat your topics? Role of media in shaping minds, inflation, and democracy. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So, Naresh, we come to you, and your time starts now.
uh, good evening, gentlemen. So, today's my topic is Indian economy. So, what is Indian economy? Indian economy is a sophisticated budget economy, which tells about our revenue, which is collected from population and expenditure which we put on our country, and we are under a category of underdeveloping nation. So far, our Indian economy is growing at fast pace in recent 10 years, and we calculate our economy with help of GDP. And I would like to tell about like what are the various ways that we can use to improve our Indian economy. India should focus on increasing the export of Make in India products, and we should help our industry to grow up. And Indian government should put vast amount of investment into uh, our made in India industry only, and should increase the import tax rate on other countries, and motivate our population to uh, purchase Make in India product over foreign products, and we should counter the Chinese product mainly to enhance our industry. Like, what are the causes that are like uh, which are contributing in deteriorating our Indian economy? Main reason are like Chinese are manufacturing all kind of product from needle to big machinery, and they are providing it at cheap rate to India. But in counter over Indian products are not that cheap as compared to Chinese, which is the main reason Indian um, Indian consumer prefer Chinese product over Indian product. But Indian government have taken various initiatives to improve our Indian economy by initiating a campaign like Make in India from by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and uh, we have implemented few rules according to which we need to our government is preferring Make in India product over foreign nation product. So I would like to conclude by saying that Indian economy is growing at quite rapid speed, and we need to focus on improving our industry, and we should motivate our population to purchase Make in India product. That's all from my side.
Exactly 3 minutes. Exactly 3 minutes. That is so nice. Okay, Naresh, wonderful. So, Kesher, before we
Yeah,
begin
ma'am.
with you, I would like to give Vivekanand his topics. Vivekanand, can you hear me? And can you speak? Vivekanand, can you hear me? Okay, no worries. If you can, by any chance, and if you want to drop any messages, please do that.
Anshul, I would like to give you three topics because you will be last participant for it. So, topic for you is Chinese aggression on India. First topic. Second topic is Ukraine-Russia war,
Sorry.
and your third topic is Ukraine-Russia war. Okay. And third topic is NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty of Nuclear.
Okay. Thank you so much for being so lenient towards topics with me. Absolutely outstanding topics you've just given me. But thank you so much, Navesh. Thank you for doing that. Supriti, meanwhile, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi. Okay, perfect. So, can I give you your topics? You'll go after Kesher.
Sure.
All right. So, your topics are smoking, energy crisis, and mobile phones. Okay.
Can you please repeat?
Smoking, smoking in general for men, women, everyone. Smoking, energy crisis, and mobile phones.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Keshav, we come back to you. Are
Yeah,
you
ma'am.
ready? All right, you may start.
Yeah, today my lecture topic is role of social media in shaping of mind. Okay. Uh, Social media is a platform which provide us to share and learn a lot of things like knowledge, fitness ideas, and also self-love kind of words and ideas also. There is many ideas like health care and news. These all are maximum time shown in our social media. It works like an uh, mirror of our mind, which will which tackled by our Google account. Um, that's it, sir.
That's it. You still have time. Do you want to like add any other points?
I think that's enough. Mm,
Your voice is also breaking. Is that all? That's all that you have to say, right?
yeah, ma'am.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. 1 minute 30 seconds approximately, but maybe you can just increase the amount of content in your lecture. Otherwise, it was fine. It was absolutely fine. So, Supriti, Samarjit, you are after Supriti. Okay. So you know your top. अरे वो तो सुन ही नहीं रहा है. Samarjit, Samarjit. Okay, Samarjit. After this, you are there. Okay, it's your turn. After this,
Uh,
after Supriti.
After, okay, Supriti, okay.
After Supriti. Okay. Supriti, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. What's your topic?
I'm going to speak about energy crisis.
Perfect. Perfect. You may start.
Am I perfectly audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Start.
Shortage. Okay, sorry. Shortage of energy due to various wars, conditions of the world, and many drastic changes where all the countries are facing. So let's talk about energy crisis in the world. First, I would like to concern about Ukraine-Russia war, where Russia was one of the major exporter of oil and crude oil, and which makes us Middle East countries and like facing like dependent countries like India and other developing countries were facing a huge problem. And we can also talk about COP27. When Conference of Parties in 2027, we have talked majorly regarding the energy crisis, where we can see a shortage of coal in the year of 21-22, where even um, like COVID hit over the world, and which made the crisis more impactful. And but suddenly we can see, according to the recent Ministry of Coals and Energy, we have did a tremendous increase at 44% in the coal in by July 14, 2023. So, and along with that as well, in G20, India, like under the presidency, have came up with a solar engine, which we are like due to the less coal imports by India, we can see the electricity crisis. That's why we have came up with the solar energy, like we having the motto of one sun, one earth, and one grid, where solar energy, we are using the solar power energy, and we are using as a term of electricity, in which government is also giving subsidies to people and helping us to put solar panels in their homes. And along with that, we can say um, mangrove trees, where like for example the Sundarban is one of the major mangroves forests. And as India is 75 kilometers square kilometers of, we have coastal lines, so mangroves are much more grown on over here, so we can also use a coastline to save more electricity. Because save more electricity, and how is it even possible, like we are using that energy of the ocean energy, like ocean energy, and to convert into the electricity. And that's how we are saving the energy. But crisis in India is still in the same peak, so we have to continue doing that. And under the and recently recently with us counterparts, India has also worked regarding the energy crisis, and like also talked about regarding the energy crisis. So hopefully we will work accordingly, and we have also the motive of by 2070 we will be at a good position. So let's hope for the best thing.
Okay, Supriti. Perfect. You just have 4 more seconds. I think it was a great timing. Simarjeet, ready?
Yes.
Before you, Riddhi, since you have just joined, can you hear me? Riddhi,
Yeah, yeah.
hi. Perfect. I'll give you your lecture topics. So, and then you may choose, and then after Samarjeet, I will go, and then after me, you can go. Okay. All right. So your topics are sex education, favorite sport, and cybercrime. Okay, I'll repeat it for you: sex education, favorite sport, and cybercrime. Okay, Riddhi?
So I'll have to speak on one of the topics.
Any one of them. Yes, any one of them. That's your choice. Okay, all right.
Sex education.
Sex education, favorite sport, and cybercrime. Any one of these. All right. All right. Okay, Samarjeet, we come to you.
Don't know why, but I'm feeling a bit nervous.
Don't be. It's absolutely fine. You've seen everyone spoke, and it was absolutely chill
Yes.
with each and every one
Yes.
of us, right? Go on.
So first, I would. I'm supposed to give introduction about my topic, or
Your call. Yes, the ideal way would be that you give a brief introduction about the topic, and then you give the pros and cons if your topic allows that, and then conclude. Okay,
okay.
start.
So my today's topic is online education. So basically, online education was not really a part of our society from very beginning. As we all know, Geo provided a network from 2015, a 4G network, which is pretty good for searching videos on YouTube or internet, anything. But its online education played a crucial role since when Corona hit India. When Corona hit India, it mm, uh, all things went online. Uh, as we say about work, as say about school education or college education, all of which I personally passed my 10th in Corona period. So that's full year we studied online, and after that, that online education was a revolution. It changed the system of that traditional offline systems. So online education has become increasingly popular in recent years due to its convenience and flexibility. With online education, students can access course materials and assignments at any time from anywhere with an internet. This allows students to learn at their own pace and their own schedule, which can be especially helpful for those who have work or family obligations. One of the biggest advantage of online education is that it is more often affordable than traditional in-person education. Online courses do not require the same overhead costs as physical classrooms and rent and utilities. That means online education can be priced more competitively, making education more accessible to a wider range of students. But however, online education uh, does have some drawbacks. One of the biggest challenge for online students is staying motivated and engaged. Without the structure of a physical classroom, it can be difficult for students to stay on track and complete assignments on time, because as we see, internet is full of education, but it is full of distractions also. So that's overall, online education can be a great option for students who need flexibility and affordability, while it may not be fit for everyone. uh, Online education is a valuable tool for expanding access for education and helping students to achieve their academic and professional goals. But
Okay,
that's all.
you're up with the time, but Simarjit, great speech. I liked it. I personally liked it. I don't know why were you nervous. You did a great job.
Can I add 2 points for Samarjit?
Yes, please, Naresh,
Can
please.
I? Samarjit, you could have added example of like new startup like Baiju, an academy
Yes,
इनके बारे में आप add कर
I
दीजिए.
was giving
You-
I was giving the example of physics wala. I admire him
हाँ,
the most, the
हाँ.
Alaf
You
Pandey
could
sir.
have told about YouTube as it is a
But
OTT platform and
there's
it,
only 30 seconds left.
हाँ,
Lastly, so
and
I covered up
biggest
my.
advantage of online classes that you can access it from anywhere, any
Yeah,
remote
I mentioned
location,
that.
even from a
I,
village.
I mentioned that point already.
It was a nice.
I studied 11th and 12th from physics wala sir only, and
Okay.
it is great. I it salute to them who is just recording a video of himself in front of a camera and engaging with the students in such a way that he is teaching our live or personally teaching us. That's
Okay.
great of him.
So Anshul, you may start.
Okay, okay. Are you noting down my time, or shall I do that for me?
So
I'll
You can start.
we are supposed to give Anchal some topics, or
Naresh has given me some
okay.
topics. Do you want to give me any topic? Go on.
No,
If
I
you have
won't.
any.
If
Okay.
Naresh sir give, that's okay.
Yeah, he gave me outstanding topics, and
Can you repeat it for me?
I will. Number one is Chinese aggression on India.
Chinese,
Number
okay.
yeah, number two is Ukraine-Russia war. And
Yes.
number three is non-proliferation treaty. Without
What
any
is that?
any Yeah, that's ask Naresh after this, okay? Ask
Okay.
after this. After we are done with the lecture, you may have a discussion with him. So Riddhi, you go after me. So meanwhile, okay, so I'll start. Naresh, are you timing me or should I do that for me?
Give me a second.
I think
Start.
Samarjit. Okay, okay, perfect. So, good evening, everyone. My topic for today's discussion would be Ukraine-Russia war. Now, very basically, we all know that this war has taken more than 1 year, and we all have been pretty observant about it. We know how did it start, and we possibly also know the history that dates back to this war. Now, I'll talk a little briefly about the disadvantages, of course, all the disadvantages that we have about this. But before that, it's very important to also know that Ukraine and Russia have had a beautiful past, also relating to their cultural and linguistic ties that they had in the past, and they have been sharing it for many many years. But over the years, of course, Russia being one of the superpowers of the previously being one of the superpowers, probably wants to redominate themselves, precisely why they chose Ukraine to be one of the victims for now. Now this war definitely has many disadvantages, and in my opinion, Personally, one of the biggest losses that I've thought of since last year was definitely human lives, all the human losses, human lives that have been lost. But also, if you know about Maria, so Maria was, I remember reading this on the newspaper article last year, and Maria was Ukraine's actually world's number one aircraft of war, and it got terribly destroyed because of this war. And I personally know when I read that news, I was very heartbroken because personally, me being a defense aspirant, I do see everything aligned with the defense services, and seeing a loss was once one big loss such as Maria was again a disaster. Now, we personally know how geopolitical and strategical differences that these wars have gotten. However, I personally am very happy about the stance that India has taken throughout this entire war journey, which is to not support any of the allies. And not that we don't condemn the war. We of course do that. Precisely why Honorable Prime Minister recently also said this in one of the meetings that this is not the era of war. And I believe on all the humanitarian grounds, we as people of this entire country and entire world need to stick to this one fact that war is ultimately not going to lead any good to either one country, other, or the entire world. Since it's not doing any good, it's better we come down to some diplomatic solutions. And so we all are pretty aware of also the involvement of NATO and many other countries in this. Now, personally, I definitely wanted Ukraine to also join NATO, but we also know the pros and cons related to that. So, overall, yes, the war has exceeded for a really long time, and we have had many terrible disasters relating to this war. Maybe it's high time that we stopped, that Russia in specific stopped the war and let the countries, just the policy of let live and let live. So, probably we need to stay where we are, manage our own allies, and have a decent, peaceful diplomatic relation with the fellow countries and not stick to anything as petty as war and as disastrous as a war. So, thank you.
It's 3 minutes 15 seconds, and I would like to add a few points for you.
Yes, sir, please.
So, you could tell about what are the causes of Russia-Ukraine war. You need to tell about like annexation of Crimea in 2014, and you know about Luhansk Donetsk region.
Yes, I was about to mention that. Yes.
After that, you need to tell what are the causes. Like the main issue was Ukraine was about to join NATO.
Yes.
And
That is the main, which made Russia insecure, made them feel insecure. That is the reason of Russia-Ukraine
The
war.
war. Yes, exactly so.
Hmm.
Samarjeet, you had to say something.
Samarjit,
I want to say something to Harshal. It's his topic was on climate change, na?
Okay.
So he basically
Samarjeet, can we do this post the lecturate, like
okay,
towards
okay,
the end
okay.
when we stop the recording? Okay, we'll do
Yes.
that then. Supriti, I think you also raised hand. I'll consider that at the end, if that's okay with you. We'll go to Riddhi directly.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, Riddhi, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello.
sure.
Are you ready with your topic?
Yeah.
All right, so you may start now.
Okay. So as you have provided me several topics, so I've chosen the cybercrime, and as we all know, cybercrime is a dangerous threat to not only India but all over the world. Cybercrime involves of various hackers and various ethical hackers as well as non-ethical hackers. There are different types of people who are using cybercrimes for their own motives and own purposes, while there are nations who are using cybercrimes as a medium to spy on other countries and to hack their data for their national security. And there are some people in some countries located in some small or cyber places. They tend to manipulate some girls with their morph photos, with their morph photos, and with uh, try to blackmail them with some extortion of money. Hello,
Yes, yes, yes. Go on.
hello.
Yes, Riddhi, go on.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go on.
Sorry, but yeah, sure. So cyber crimes are there are branches of cyber crimes. So I'll dictate one by one. Email and internet fraud, identity fraud where personal information is stolen or used, and there are thefts of financial or card payment data. As we all know, RBI. Recently, we all are seeing the advertisement of RBI that we shouldn't give our PIN or data to anyone uh, without our consent or unknowingly. So that's one key aspect. And some ransomware attacks, type of cyber extortion. Also, illegal gambling. As we all know, there are a lot of sites nowadays, illegal sites which are providing illegal gamblings, where teenagers aged between 13 to 18, or maximum numbers we can take, they are getting attracted to these sites and these types of games. uh, Also, soliciting, producing, or possessing child pornography is one of the main aspects of. Sorry.
This was an alarm that you have 30 seconds left. If you want to conclude, you can do that.
Sure, sure. So that was the main aspect. Also, cyber crimes also have many types of malware attacks, phishing, as well as distributed DOS attacks. So, impacts of cybercrime we can generally issue, or to the basic we can do is to inform the nearby cybercrime police stations. In that way, we can barely protect our data. So for our safety.
Okay, Riddhi, I'll have to ask you to stop.
I would like to say something to Riti. She
Summer.
mentioned,
I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Just we'll just end this, and like I'll stop the recording over here, and then we can have the discussion. Okay? Is I hope no one's left, right? Kesher, Supriti, Riddhi,
yeah,
everyone's done. So
was
I'll
done.
stop the recording, and then we'll come to the discussion. That can be done. Okay?